Hello, I am going to sit and chat with you today a little bit more about fascia. Fascia is a word that's kind of becoming a buzzword. People are familiar with it, they might have heard it, they may not know what it is. If they've gone to physical therapy for injury, they might hear that they need a myofascial release. People might be familiar with the ITB band, which runs from the knee to the hip. The ITB band can be rolled out to release it to help work with knee pain or hip pain. And then they might be familiar with it in terms of plantar fasciitis at the bottom of your foot. So those are some of the more well-known ways to think about fascia. So I want to give you a little bit deeper understanding of fascia, how it works with the body, and then also how we can work with certain patterns of movement and position that can help really bring together a lot of lasting change in your body. So fascia, you might have heard me discuss it in terms of saran wrap for the body. If you think about your body and all the muscles and our shape, the fascia works like saran wrap. So it basically encompasses our entire body, not only just on top of the muscles, because really it's throughout the muscles. It's intertwined with all the different layers of our body all the way towards the center of our body and our organs. So if you think of an orange and how the orange is filled with orange juice or water, how does it stay throughout the entire fruit and not just sink to the bottom of the fruit and shake around when you move it? Basically, each little pocket of juice is surrounded by a membrane, and that membrane is surrounded by another membrane and another membrane and another membrane. And that's how our fascia works. So it basically holds all the fluid in our body, which is about 60% water, in its place, and that's why it doesn't all pool to the bottom of our feet. So think of it in terms of the orange. Fascia is encompassing our entire body. When that fascia gets adjusted, if it gets dense or scar tissues built up, it can inhibit the function of the fascia and in turn the muscles, the organs, and how everything functions in the body. So it's so important to keep the fascia very, very healthy. It's also associated with patterns of movement. So our bodies, as we go throughout our day, as we age, tend to find natural patterns that just stick with us all the time. These patterns are necessary for a lot of reasons, but they can also cause problems. For instance, I suffer from chronic tension headaches in my neck. It started back about 10 years ago, and I was finding myself working with a computer in graduate school, and I started getting headaches in the back of my neck on the left side specifically. And in turn, I had all this pain and headache that would last a couple days, maybe even a week. So what I learned throughout the years, and with learning how to do fascia stretching for the area around my neck in all directions, and also changing one simple pattern of movement, I've been able to control my headaches dramatically. So what did I do? So I resistance stretch the fascia in my neck, which I can present to you in a future video. You feel free to contact me if you have more specific questions about it. And then I found I had a specific pattern of placement of my head when I was sleeping. When I would sleep, I'd always kind of let my head drift and fall to the left into what I call the pocket. So when I would resistance stretch my fascia, I would get more flexibility in my neck, but I would always find that pocket sleeping at night. So I thought to myself, well, I better change that, because I found that even though I have tension headaches on my left, most people that I've worked with said I'm tighter on my right, because I'm always stretching out those muscles when my head is rested to the left. So I would change whenever I'd wake up any moment in the night and I find myself in my pocket, I take my head and I shift to the other side, and I find the right side pocket, which doesn't feel like a pocket because it's not natural. It feels very different than the left, but I force myself there. And in time, what's happened is that I'm able to get ahead of the headaches when they come on. I'm able to manage them when they do happen. But it really has changed a lot of the actual structures of my neck, my vertebrae, and the muscles, because this is now, after practicing it, a lot more natural. So if you have any patterns of movement in your body or placement when you're sleeping that you find are chronic, that they happen, and you fall into them all the time, what might need to happen is that we can do a little bit of fascia stretching by following any of the videos because it's going to benefit you no matter what part of your body your fascia is stretching. But then also maybe finding new positions to be in opposite from what your pocket is. Thanks for listening. Have a great day. And